Good evening and welcome to Armand. We're so glad you were able to make it tonight. My name is Stacy Roberts and I'm the principal here at Armand. I get always so excited about this because during the day what you do not get to hear is when we pull all the students together and we get to hear the Christmas music and it always echo through and it's always a joy to get to hear that. We're going to be starting with our jazz band, which is, for those of you that are new in this crowd, this is a new program that we have this year. That last year, quite a few of them were here and were helping us to get this started. So this is exciting to get to actually say we have this program now. So we're trying to grow it and have it so that the students that are in our other programs as 6th graders and 7th graders, if they're not already in it, are trying to come this way and be a part of it as well. But with tonight, please make sure you have silenced your cell phones. We don't need that little jazz music going on while they're trying to play their own when somebody decides to call you tonight. And you know what? Live stream. Have fun with this. This is about our students, our children, and the fun that we get to have with the arts and the music program. So please enjoy and go ahead and let it be live. And also we ask that you stay for the night so that we can represent the entire music program. That's with choir and band all together. And for those of you that did not get a chance to get a program, if you do need to use the restrooms, which we have them over there, and we have restrooms over there, please feel free to go ahead and come down and go get those programs and use the restrooms when you need to. If there is not enough room for seating, or if you have a little one and that antsiness is going on, please feel free to come down. We have an overflow room that we are using the live stream to have it so that you can also watch it in there with them. And then nobody gets distracted, and we all know what it's like to have that little child. We're like, shh, shh, the entire time, and they just don't get it. So please enjoy tonight, and thank you again for coming and supporting our students. Mr. Mata.
Thank you. Well, I'm getting the bug that everyone's getting, so I'll try not to talk as much, but I can't promise that because I do it a lot anyways. All right, so with our jazz program, we're trying to teach them the foundations of jazz, and I'm very, very excited for this group. One of the things that we're experimenting with is improvisation. We will be playing a blues entitled Centerpiece. It'll feature some soloists that I'll announce at the end. Classic April Fool jokes. Just close your eyes and pretend you're sleeping. Open your eyes now. Amazing job. That soloed, and I told them before coming out here I get really, really bad stage fright, so I can only remember first names. So please look in the program for last names. On that, we featured Caesar on the alto saxophone, Jesus on the alto saxophone, Emery on the sliding whistle, and Addison on the sliding whistle as well. Our resident sixth grader, she killed it. She was nervous, but she got it. Jen on the trumpet, and Dylan, yes, on the trumpet as well. We also had a small little drum break from our own Noah over there, looking good Santa Claus, all right. For our next piece, we figured it wouldn't be a holiday concert if we didn't do a holiday tune. So the song that we chose is entitled Sleigh Ride. It takes an old traditional and gives it a little jazzy twist. On there we'll be featuring two tenor saxophones, Jalissa and Tana over here. Wow. It'll also be featuring, again, Caesar on the alto saxophone. This is Sleigh Ride. Another round of applause for our featured soloist tonight. I would like to take a moment to let you guys know and let this group know that I appreciate them quite a bit. When you have a bad day and then you have a group who's doing what they need to do, it really does make everything better. I've been in my first car accident today. Not my fault. However, when I came over a couple minutes late, guess what they were doing? Rehearsing. So I want to say thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you guys. All right, their dedication is amazing. Every single time we do a new song, it has to be harder, it has to be faster, and it has to kind of make them cry a little bit. But they like it, so I'll do it. So our next couple of songs for Lionel Hampton Jazz Fest has already been ordered. We're already practicing them, and they're super excited. That's where you'll see us next at Lionel Hampton Jazz Fest. For our final song this evening, we'll be playing a Stevie Wonder tune entitled "Isn't She Lovely?" In this song, we'll be featuring two soloists. We'll be featuring Dominic on the trumpet, and then we'll be featuring Fernando on the alto saxophone. This is Stevie Wonder's "Isn't She Lovely?" Thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to strike the stage and have our risers set up for our 4th period 7th grade intermediate choir. If you're in a jazz band, please take your rhythm section instruments and put them off to the side. Ian. Thank you. Hold tight while we'll get back to you in music. I'd like to take this moment to thank everyone for coming out. I would also like to take this moment to thank the people that are helping. We have a lot more, but they're not paying attention, so I guess we'll suffer a little bit. Not our fault. Thanks. All right, thank you very much. This is our intermediate choir. Majority are in the 7th grade or 8th grade, it's whatever. This is, the song we just performed for you is called Christmas Canon of Peace. It's called the Canon because there's Pachelbel's Canon in there. For our next selection, as a music teacher, usually I wait last minute to do a lot of things. And one of those things I wait last minute to do is select music. And the longer it goes on and I put it off, the more stressful it becomes. And at a certain point, you just say, whatever, I want this one. And you just go with it. Well, I tried doing that with this group before, it didn't work, so I had to do it very, very carefully. And then I heard a song, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's them. It's entitled Whisper, because they don't whisper. This is Whisper.
I need to whisper something to you, whisper, whisper something now. I need to whisper something to you, whisper, whisper something now. I need to whisper something to you, whisper, whisper something now. I need to whisper something to you, whisper, whisper something now. No one can hear me, I must whisper. No one can hear me, I must whisper. No one can hear me, I must whisper. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Can you hear me? Just a little louder. Can you hear me? Louder, please. Can you hear me? Please a little louder. Quiet. Can you hear me? Just a little louder. Can you hear me? Louder, please. Can you hear me? Please a little louder. Quiet. I need to something to you, whisper, whisper something now. I need to something to you, whisper, whisper something now. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Come a bit closer while I whisper, I must whisper in your ear. Whisper, whisper, whispering, I bet someone's listening. Whisper, whisper, whispering. Are you listening? Whisper.
Thank you very, very much. It being a winter concert, we figured we pick winter themed songs, except for that one I did that because I thought it was funny. For our next tune, we'll be playing, usually we do Disney. This song is not from Disney. This is from Anastasia. The song we are doing is entitled December. There's a lot of key changes and it's really, really tough, but they love it and I love it and it sounds really, really good. Please give another round of applause for Intermediate Choir. They have been phenomenal this year. I would like to also thank Deborah Wren over here, who's laying it down on the 88 keys. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. They did an amazing job. Another round of applause. We'll be transitioning to our advanced choir. Something I will say about this group is they are mighty, and there's a lot of them, so it'll take us a hot minute to get them up here. Please stay tuned.
Scarlett!
Oh, you go radio. That goes the radio.
very much. That was Holiday Roads of Carol. I had the absolute pleasure of taking this group of fine musicians up in Salem, where we were joined by the other choir over at Sandstone Middle School and the chamber choir at the high school, and we were able to sing a televised event over at the Rotunda in the Capitol, and they absolutely killed it. We got lots and lots of compliments, and they had a blast, and we hope to continue doing so. So again, great job. I'm very, very proud of them. For our next piece, we're going to be doing not as loud, slightly quieter. This is something about Silent Night. Let me find it. On a silent, what?
On a silent, peaceful night.
All right, it's that one. It's that song by them here today. Yes. Thank you very much.
On this silent, peaceful night, you can feel the love inside. Hope is shining like a light. All is calm and bright. On this silent, peaceful night. On this silent, peaceful night, you can feel the love inside. Hope is shining like a light. All is calm and bright. On this silent, peaceful night. Silent night. Holy night. All is bright. So let us take this moment. Make it last for more than one night. And may our hearts be set aglow with love's light. And let's remember this silent, peaceful night. You can feel the love inside. Hope is shining like a light. All is calm and bright. On this silent, peaceful night. On this silent, peaceful night.
Thank you very, very much. For our final tune, we'll be performing Silver Bells. A fun story about Silver Bells. We had, since we're going on the trip, we had to get one pianist instead of three. So we took a high school pianist, convenient. And one thing she told us was like, oh, like Majesty, in case you didn't know, Majesty is the jazz choir over at the high school, phenomenal group. And I was told, oh yeah, we do that song. And I was like, huh, okay. So we had the opportunity of singing this song with the high schoolers over at the Capitol. They're gonna perform it one more time, sans high schoolers. This is Silver Bells. Also, I'd like to mention, well, by request, to mention somebody, Lily Fields on the sleigh bells right there. She worked hours and hours on the proper technique, but she got it, so give her a round of applause. She started walking like a hurricane. Another quick break, another round of applause. You're doing a great job. We'll take another break, slightly longer, because we are setting up for the thing you guys have all been waiting for, 6th grade band. All right. No, you love them. Okay, we'll take a moment to remove the risers and set up all the chairs and stands. This will take a moment. We are putting on 60 kids, so please wait. I'll make this sound whenever we're about to start. Ding dong, ding dong. Thank you. For you do, it's their first time. So I bet a majority of you guys must love that song by now. They must have been playing it continuously. But you know, it's not where we land, it's the journey. And they've definitely been making the journeys. They're paying their dues and beginning band. I'd like to introduce you to the 6th grade beginning band. I'm all about making memories and what have you, so there are certain songs that will showcase certain sections. At that time, parents, please embarrass your child by taking those photos. I'll even have them stand up for you. I'll even count to 10 Mississippis for you to take all your photos. I highly encourage it. I mean, you don't do beginning band more than once, okay? So, yeah. For our next song, we will be featuring the saxophone section. Wave saxophones. If those are your children, prep your phone. They will be playing number 23, Merrily We Roll Along. Face the cameras. Amazing job. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm going to make adjustments to my podium. I'm very finicky. For our next piece, there's not many Christmas songs in here, but there is one, and I figured, yes, we're going to do it because this is the concert. For our next piece, we'll be playing a combined piece between 5th period band and 6th period band, and I'll explain those groups here in a moment. This is Good King Wenceslas, or however you pronounce it. Thank you very much. For the next victims, I mean students to be taken photos of, are the very, 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 very large trumpet section, wave trumpets. If that is your child, we're going to do photos here in a moment. They will be playing number 51. Skip it, Lou. All right, you can sit. Thank you. All right. So, the thing I was going to talk about before about 5th and 6th period, as you guys can tell, Hermiston as a community is growing quite a bit. With that, our activities and groups are growing as well. This is the first year in a while where we've had enough students interested in music and band that we had to split up the groups, you know, for fire code and what have you. So our 5th period class is our woodwind class. Wave. You too. Thank you. Our woodwind class, if you don't know, consists of the flute, which is this first row here, excluding you guys, the clarinets, which is you guys again, this middle row, and then the saxophones, which come in different sizes, the altos right here, and then the super hardcore one tenor that we have. We do have 2 trumpets. They snuck their way in, but we love them either way. So this song is entitled Morning Moon, and it'll be featuring the 5th period band class, otherwise known as woodwind class, plus true trumpets who will not be playing for this. Now here comes the other half of our classes. This is featuring our 6th period class, which is actually all brass. This will feature the giant trumpet section that we showed earlier, plus the 2, your brethren. Our trombones there in the back, right there, and the best instrument known to man, and some mammals, which is man, the tuba. I'm biased because I play the tuba, and I love the tuba. This is Old Blue. Part of the stuff I do is called teaching. I taught you better. Well, okay. It happens. For our next tune, and sorry I have my back to you, we have a whole bunch of songs because when you're this young into playing, there's not necessarily that many pieces that could accommodate such early players. So we're playing from our curriculum that features a whole medley of songs. For our next piece, we'll be playing number 32, which is entitled Jolly St. Nicholas. My strap for my suspenders just snapped, so I'll just leave it. Okay. Thank you very much. There's a specific thing in music called the fermata, and whenever they're kind of acting up, I just torture them with it. What a fermata is basically a note that's held out until the conductor, which is Mr. Mata, there are many puns about it, cuts you off. So if they're being extra fun that day, then I'll be extra fun with my cutoffs and how long I hold them out. They've been better, so I don't have to hold them out that long. They're great though. Okay. For our next piece, we'll be featuring our clarinet section right here. They will be playing Mexican hat song. Dance. They love you so much. Pass to the glory. Yes, wave. Wave to your endearing fans. Oh, they love you. They can't get enough of you. All right. I hope you got your photos. Please sit. Our next group will be featuring our flutes. I like the name flutes because in Spanish, if you try saying flutes, you have to say flauta. And flautas are also a type of food. I'm a very hefty boy and I tend to eat a lot of flautas. That's why I like the flutes. This is When Love Is Kind, featuring the flute section. Thank you. All right, for our next piece, 81. For our next piece, we'll be playing Farajaka. This is, the curriculum teaches us a lot of things, and one of the things that we learn about are things called rounds. Now, what a round is, and sometimes it's really confusing for them. What? Nope. What a round is basically, you know when you start a piece and then somebody else does the same exact thing, but they, take a couple of Mississippis later to get the memo? It's that, but intentional. So this round will feature the the brass class first, plus the two, and then followed by the woodwinds. It should create this echo effect, and it sounds really, really awesome when it's done right. So this is Farajaka as a round. Boy howdy. See what I mean? It's sort of like an echo. Okay, for our next and final section that we're going to feature tonight, it is our low brass section. I was contemplating on whether or not to have a singular tuba song, but she was like, nah, I don't want to steal everyone's glory. And I was like, true that, true that. I don't talk like this, I just do it to sound cool. So, this next song is entitled Bingo. This will be performed by the brass section. very, very much. We really appreciate you guys being so supportive of these people. I know it's very, very easy to listen to them play for hours and hours on end. For some of you guys, they probably don't practice enough. For others, they practice too much. But nonetheless, we really, really do appreciate you guys being so supportive of them. This is going to be our final piece for this group, and we'll transition to our 7th grade band. This is Bell Jingles, otherwise known as Jingle Bells. I'm not saying that we're taking another break, but I am saying that we're going to transition. Since there's quite a bit of them, it might take a moment. Up next will be featured our 7th grade band. They have 3 tunes for you ready to go. As soon as we're ready to go, I'll make a sound or something. Or I'll surprise you. I'll do that. Ding, ding, we're starting. Ding, ding, we're starting. All right. Thank you very much. This is going to be our 7th grade band. Today we have a couple selections for you guys. Our first song is titled Pandemonium. Gives you a sense of urgency. I hope you enjoy Pandemonium. Amazing job, the night and day difference. These are the first 6th graders I had, and I hope they keep doing it. They've been doing phenomenal. Now as 7th graders, they are kicking butt and taking names. So for our next piece, it is entitled Dreidel Adventure. It features a tune, and I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, Sivan or something like that. Okay. This is Dreidel Adventure. very much. When in doubt, watch me. All right, for our next tune, super interesting piece. It's called Minor Holiday Celebration. Oh, there goes my strap again. A Minor Holiday Celebration. This will be featuring a lot of the holiday songs that you've grown to love. However, there's a little twist on it. For those of you guys who are very, very music-y and know the difference between major and minor, we're taking all the songs that are in major and putting them in minor. If you don't understand music speak, that basically means there's a chord, which is a group of notes that kind of makes things sound happy. When you alter one of those notes, it makes it sound sad. So all these songs that are joyous and full of fun and wonder, they kind of have like, a tone that kind of says, man, I'm pretty bummed. So this is Minor Holiday Celebration. Sing along if you like, but please sing in the appropriate key. Thank you. They're working really hard. Up next and finally will be our 8th grade band. Please hang tight. We will make another quick transition. This time it's slightly more efficient because we kind of know what we're doing. Thank you. Starting, ding, get to your seat, ding, starting, ding, put your warning.
Hi there, sweetie.
Marley.
Thank you very much for this piece is entitled Gershwin Classics. I was scratching around for pieces and I was like, oh, we could do this one. Gershwin, in case you didn't know, is a very famous composer. So this is a medley of some of his biggest hits. Some of them include Strike Up the Band, Summertime, Rhapsody in Blue. I hope you enjoy Gershwin Classics. There's a little solo feature in there featuring Dominic McCoy. Oh, thank you. Nice, Andy. Victor and Jonathan. Round of applause. Our next tune is entitled All Through the Night. It's a Welsh traditional, however, I don't know how to speak the language, therefore I'll butcher the actual title of the piece. This is All Through the Night. Very much for coming out. We will end this with our final piece. This is We Wish You a Kleismer Christmas. It will be featuring Leslie, wave Leslie, on the clarinet at the very beginning. Very amazing solo. We Wish You a Merry Kleismer, well, just a Kleismer Christmas is very interesting because it takes two different concepts, obviously a whole bunch of Christmas music, but it's written in a certain way that is the Jewish style of music of Kleismer. That's why it's called We Wish You a Kleismer Christmas. So, like I said, written in the style of Jewish music. It's an interesting take, and I hope you enjoy it. In the beginning, like I said, it'll be featuring Leslie. She worked really hard on that solo, and she sounds amazing. It goes through the different parts of Kleismer music. I didn't prepare a speech, so I'm going to stop so you guys can enjoy it. Christmas, Happy New Year, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Thank you very much for coming out. Drive safe.